Namaste folks, I'm Ankur the Kurta coder and welcome to my channel. This channel will help you grow and level up. This video is part of the playlist Build AI Apps with React. And today we are going to learn about React props. The agenda of the video are as follows. Today we are going to see what are props and when to use props, some rules and syntax of props, and finally a take home. Props are like parameters to the function. If you look on the left hand side, this is a function sum with two parameters. Let's look at a functional component, sum component. And if you want to pass props, we'll pass them as attributes. And those attributes can be read as an object inside the component. This is a good time to move on to demo. Let's see how props are used in React. On that note, let us move to our VS Code. Today, I'll be using the same app that I have created in my first video, welcome app. And today I'll be using this welcome app to demo props. So this welcome app looked like this, where we showed just a text, welcome to my app. Let's quickly talk about the reusability part of it. We can use this welcome component multiple times, right? So that's the welcome component twice, and we see that getting displayed on my web page. So now we know we can display the component twice. Now let's extend my welcome component. Let me say something like welcome Ankur to my app. Let's see what will happen. So we will see welcome Ankur to my app twice. Now, what if I want to take input from the user and show it dynamically? So that's the time when we use props. So when to use props? Props are used to make your usable component dynamic. So let's pass attribute name and just say some value, Mickey. And the next component, I'll pass another value, Donald. This is how we pass props. And in my child component, which is the welcome component, I will pass that as a parameter to this function, right? And use it here. Now let's quickly see how it comes. So let me console log this value here in my component, welcome. So let's quickly go here, right click inspect and open our dev tools. And let's go to the console. Here you see for two components, I am getting two objects getting printed and the object has a key name. So if I want to associate this, so the props come as an object. So this is basically an object. And please note, this is just a variable name to that object. We can name anything, but to keep it semantically correct, we should use props. So now I know props has my key. So to use that props value, I will use curly braces props.name. And now let's see what happens. There you go. Welcome Mickey to my app. Welcome Donald to my app. These are the values getting passed from my parent component. So please note, props are unidirectional. That means it can pass from one component to the other, parent component to the child, but never the other way. Now let's demo another prop. So let me pass last name. Let's give it a value mouse. And for the second component, last name equals to duck. Okay. So props, let's see what does the props object has now. So if we look closely, props has now two elements, two keys, name and last name. So please note, we can pass a number of properties or props to our components and reuse it. So now I want to show the last name. So I will say props dot last name. So now we will see welcome Mickey Mouse to my app and welcome Donald Duck to my app. Next demo, I want to show you the concept of immutability. Can I change the value of props? Let's see. So if I say props dot name equals to guest. Is this possible? Let's go to our screen. You see an error. So the error is we cannot assign value to the read-only property name. Please note, props are immutable, meaning we cannot change the value. So if I want to associate some default value, we have another way. So that is demo 2. Now, instead of variable props, we can use it as an object and destructure the keys the ES6 way. So we can directly use an object destructuring. So we can just say name, comma, last name. I recommend using destructuring because this is an ES6 way and a lot of articles and React dev documentation will show you this kind of syntax. So now the only change will be just having the name and the last name instead of doing props.object. This will throw error. So I'll just comment out this line. So let's see, no change. I'll just clean this up. There you go. Welcome Mickey Mouse and welcome Donald Duck to my app. Next up, if I want to display some default value. So for example, I have another component, welcome component, but I will not pass anything. I just want to show default value. So let's see what happens right now. Right now I see welcome to my app, but the requirement is I want to show default first name, default last name. Can I do that? Yes. So the syntax to do that is you can assign a value here. So that's the default value. So I will just say guest first name is my default value and guest last name is my default value for the last name. Let's see what happens. Boom, there you go. Welcome guest first name and guest last name. So please note, you can pass values to the props. Also, you can associate some default value to the props. Now, next question is, how do component maintain data? So to understand that, we have to learn about states, which we will learn in the next video. So please stay tuned. Let's recap all the concept of props. Props are passed as attributes to the component. They are unidirectional in nature, meaning it can be passed from parent to child, but vice versa is not possible. We also learned how do we set a default value to the props. And please remember, props are immutable. Time for a take home. Feel free to pause the video here and take a screenshot. The exercise is create a list of profile components. And the hint is reuse the profile components the way we did in our demo and pass different props to it. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe and hit the bell icon for notification for more content on React and web development. Also drop a comment below if you have any questions. I would love to help. Happy coding.